Alright guys, I'm going to be playing as Kishi Zhuz here. And the goal here is going to be to form the country of Turkestan here. Pretty much just all of Central Asia. And we're going to have to definitely act fast here in order to hopefully get a support independence from GB and Qing. So we're going to go for colonization, and then to help us with the Russian war, we're going to go for line infantry. Oh, we can't even do enlistment efforts. Oh my god. Alright, well we're going to build up our army pretty much. Alright guys. This is my second attempt. I don't know what I said. I don't know what I talked about. But we are going to recruit only in states that we won't grant away. And then we're going to declare on Bukhara here for full annex here. And the reason we choose Bukhara is because if we see they have a small little state in Persia. So right after we win this war, we can immediately declare on like Kabul and then go for, what is it, like Talat is the person. And we're just gonna call in Russia with transfer state for this one here. It's worth it because we're gonna get a lot more land, a lot more potential, just for a little bit of land. It's a good trade deal. Nice, we won the war. And we should have an interest in Persia very soon. There we go, interest activated. We're gonna wait for colonization here so we can get an interest in Bombay. Alright, nice, we got colonization. So we're gonna set our interest in Bombay and we're gonna declare an annex on... Hello? Oh my god, they're cordial with me? Okay, well, I guess we'll expel diplomats. And then we'll declare for annexed country here on Kabul. And we want Kalat to join this war so that we can take their land. There we go, Kalat joins. So we're gonna do conquer Baluchistan here. And then we're gonna call in Russia with transfer state of Samara here. Kishi, Samara. Alright, looks like we can get support independence from GB here for 25 years. And then I'm going to ask for market control to keep my autonomy a little bit higher. Then we'll just decrease relations with Russia and we'll try to break free pretty soon. Alright, I'm going to try and declare on Sind here to conquer their country. Alright, looks like no one else joined, so we're chilling. Alright, I think I'm going to try one more strat, and if this doesn't work, I'm going to switch to a different country. I'm just going to become a subject of China here. And we hope for the best. And I have no army. What? My whole army got deleted. I guess I'll just sit here and hope for the best. It's not like I can really do anything. Oh my god, the British Raj. And it's pretty much every single subject united. Oh my. Let's go, guys. Let's go. We're existing in the world. We're a Chinese tributary here, but, you know, I could care less. I'm independent, you know? I'm vibing with the weirdest borders in the world, but, you know, we're vibing. Alright, doesn't look like anyone's really gonna side against us, and if they do, we can probably call in China. I'm just gonna annex Kunduz here. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just gonna declare some wars on some other people. I'm not gonna show every single war. Oh wow, looks like Persia is still on a regular infantry. And Persia sided against us in this war, okay. Alright, so in this war, I'm gonna annex this random small country and then take 3 states from Persia. Nice, we pieced out with Persia, we're a little bit bigger. We need 4 more states and then we can form Turkestan. Guys, I don't know if you noticed in the past few clips or something, my UI size was changing over time. Because I keep changing this resolution, and I don't remember what resolution I used, because now it looks kind of blurry. I'm not sure what resolution I was on before. Alright, since Russia's fighting a war, it seems like we can just annex Kokand here. Nice, we got colonization research, so we're just gonna go for frontier colonization. Nice, I got frontier colonization. So I'm just gonna colonize Turkmenia now. It's gonna take a while to actually colonize, but it's important that we start it. Damn, it looks like Ottomans is actually having the game of their life. They have Serbia, Wallachia, and Moldavia all reduced to puppets. Same with Egypt, and they have pretty good borders. So yeah, not bad, Ottomans. Nice job. Doesn't look that great for the United States of America right now. They're not that united, considering there's a massive CSA here. Oh my god, finally, we've got Romanticism. So I'm going to try and go for Agrarianism here. And my next tech will be for the companies, because I kind of want to just let my private construction balloon up like crazy. Alright guys, I'm going to sell my soul to GB here. Give them some company monopolies, investment rights, power block, whatever. And we're going to have a 75% chance to get this. We got it, nice. So that's kind of just preemptive for when I do form my company. Nice, we finally got agrarianism. It doesn't look like GB has any companies that have rights to iron or coal. So we're definitely going to form the mineral company first. I realize now it's going to take a while because we need to research pan-nationalism. So we're not going to be Turkestan for a very long time. Alright, this coal mine should be done. There we go. And now we'll establish the mineral combine. And we will grant industry rights to iron here. Alright, I'm gonna declare on Persia here, take some more states. Alright, and they just back down, I guess. So we just got 2 states from them. I think for just this one company, I am gonna enable investment rights, but I don't think I'll do it for any other companies. Guys, for whatever reason, I'm just not feeling the passion, I'm not feeling the excitement for this run. Maybe it's because I'm a Chinese protectorate or it's just a region or something. But I'm definitely going to push through it for the video. And I guess I'll give myself a goal. I definitely want to go high infamy. And I'd be happy if I conquered Russia, Ottomans, China, and India. Kind of had like that kind of borders. It's probably easier to show with... okay, I can't declare interest, but it would be pretty much Nile, Ethiopia, up to Anatolia, Ukraine, Belarus, Russia, and then everything east. And then pretty much all the mainland Asian stuff. That's kind of the end borders I want for this run. I'm probably not gonna get everything very specifically. I might go for like random conquests or something, but we'll see. I'm not sure if I said this in the beginning of the video or not, but I've been kind of dreading this run because of the starting as a Russian protectorate with the little event thing. And it was also super annoying to get all my tech changed and lose like the majority of my army because I switched tags. But that's fine, I guess. If you do decide to do this challenge, I'd recommend the one that starts kind of over here that's super small. But yeah, I recommend that one because I'm pretty sure you stay as that tag compared to playing as this tag or the tag I started as. You kind of switch country, which is very, very lame. Our company's doing pretty good. Someone asked me in my previous video how I have this building over here in the outliner, and I'll just show you. If you go to your companies and you click on your company, you go to assets and you go to company HQ, there's this button here and you can see it's appearing and disappearing. You could technically probably do it for other company buildings. Like if I was playing a multiplayer game or something and I was like, oh, I want to keep track of this company over here, I could do the same thing. I'd go from the companies, I'd click this arrow, I'd go to company HQ in the home region, and then I would start it. And then, oh, it even shows a flag. I didn't know that before. But that, I guess you can kind of compete with other countries. Like if you're playing as Germany and you kind of want to have the best companies in the world and you want to compare with GB or something. So I just wanted to show that because someone left a comment. For investment rights, in my last Yugoslavian video, I showed that you don't need it, but I recommend having maybe 1 or 2 companies that have investment rights. And if you choose a company, like let me give an example. If you choose, okay, that's not a very good example. Like if you choose this company, for example, with wine, bananas, and sugar, it's not going to be a very high performing company and you're choosing it for the prestige. So in that case, I wouldn't even bother with investment rights because it doesn't have that much potential. But for like Mineral Combine, for example, it has a lot of potential. The Metalworks one has a lot of potential, so I'd do it for that one as well. But late game, it doesn't really matter. If you're at like 1900 and you have over $1 million investment pool, you don't really need to give investment rights because you already kind of have a lot of reinvestment. Just imagine that you can see the window, but if you were to remove investment rights, the company would still be profitable, but you would no longer get the reinvestment from regional company headquarters. So if you ever decide to remove it, then you will lose out on a lot of reinvestment. So it's kind of, once you grant it, you can't really remove it. But for industry rights, you can pretty much remove it whenever. You can even kind of juggle it around for, let me give a good example of where you can do that. This company is a good example. If I were to establish this company, and early game, I just want to grant it railways, I could grant it railways for the early game, and eventually I could remove that industry right. They would keep all the buildings, and then they would later invest in power plants. I believe it's a 5-year timer, but you can remove these industry rights. I'm gonna make a dedicated video on generic companies very soon and kind of a tier list for them, because honestly, I'm very meta oriented when it comes to companies, because some people pick companies for the icons, some people pick it for the bonuses itself, and I mainly pick them for making my high infamy runs the easiest as possible. So I kind of have different motivations there. I'm just going to be nationalizing some buildings like I showed in my last Victoria 3 video, where I'm just going to nationalize buildings from the regional company headquarters because I have quite a bit of gold reserves. There we go, I'm pretty much down to 0 gold reserves. And I increased my investment from 94,000 to 104,000. So like a 10% increase in reinvestment, which is not bad. Oh my god, 20% infamy generation for our new ruler? That's crazy. Oh my god, the reinvestment's insane as well. 330,000, what the? I'm gonna decrease to 152,000, what? We finished colonizing, by the way, which is pretty cool. I'm just upping my construction right now because my reinvestment and my investment pool is a lot higher than what's being used. Although we're going to have to compete with the British East India Company, I think I'm still going to establish this opium and tea company and grant access to tobacco. Alright, I'm going to declare to annex Jammu here. And then I'm going to conquer Punjab, and that's going to be it for the war. Because it is plus 20% infamy cost right now, so I don't really want to add too much. So we're looking pretty good. This state alone has 13 million people. So we increased our population quite a lot. Yep, you can see on the chart, we pretty much near doubled our population. Alright, we hit over 50 million GDP, so our reinvestment multiplier is 1x. So we're not getting any benefit from it anymore, and our reinvestment's 150k. I normally don't like to do this, but I will go religious schools just to boost literacy up. And the reason for that is because freedom of conscience is just going to be pretty much near impossible to pass anytime soon. And I do normally like to just go straight to public schools since it's easier, but we need to be off state religion for that. I can demand independence now, which I'm going to do. Oh my god, we immediately have like 5,000 input shortage goods, yikes. Oh my god, we got corn laws apparently, a relic of the past. Alright, we can peace out with China now for our independence. There we go. Oh my god, we're exporting 4,000 units of opium to the world market. I'm gonna go for no migration controls here for the reduced leverage resistance. And hopefully that would make it easier for me to join the British power bloc. We're like slowly ticking up on the earning recognition thing, which is pretty cool. There we go, no migration controls. Okay, we're still kind of a bit away, but we can probably pass a law or something to... Yeah, we can just go free trade here, and that will reduce our leverage resistance again, and then we'll be able to join. Nice, we have free trade. Yeah, so we should be able to join. It'll just take a little bit to get the leverage up. Oh, nice, we got pan-nationalism here. So we can just form Turkestan now. A glorious union, there we go. Oh my god, our color is kind of horrible. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this color, guys. I'm pretty much just building my army until I have an army strong enough to beat Russia. But they are really strong, so even if I build up to my current army size, I'm still not going to beat them. So I guess I need to build another army. It's going to be very difficult to go high infamy. I kind of realized in these later patches, the nations actually build up their army size. You can see France is at like 600 units. Germany's at like 700, GB's at like near 500. Even Brazil, which is like a minor power, which is really weak, is at 200. So high infamy is going to be really fun, guys. Having to fight the world, it's going to be a pain. I mean, it's going to be amazing. Alright, we're actually getting quite a bit of recognition. We probably don't even need to fight Russia. Ooh, this dude will get Enlightened Royalist, the current ruler. And Enlightened Royalist is really good for multiculturalism. So we'll choose this option. Damn, we have 720. Oh wow, we have a slavery banned as well. Alright, well, we can totally just go for multiculturalism, which is going to be amazing. 28% success chance. A lot of it's coming from the Punjabi national movement, and then the rest is coming from the Enlightened Royalist that we got. Oh, and we become recognized. Nice. So, okay, we can actually just become a great power real quick. There we go, we're a great power now. I'm just going to start going for military tech, because it is getting near the end of the game, and I do want to do high infamy at some point. Alright, well, I'm just going to declare on Herat here to conquer their land. We should probably win against Russia. Never mind, doesn't seem like Russia will join. And then I'm just going to annex the Khalid Saraj here. There we go, the borders are a little bit cleaner. Nice, I got multiculturalism. I think it's important we at least try to go for total separation here, so we can get a lot more immigration. It doesn't seem like we'll get it, but it's at least worth a try. Alright, I could totally just get an alliance with Germany here. I'm gonna give them an investment rights, get investment rights from them, and we're gonna have an alliance. So as long as we're under 100 infamy, we should be fine and not really have to worry about too much. This Belgium company has 2 million profit. That's insane. Oh my god, because they own so many of Germany's buildings. What the... Belgium owns like a third of the German economy. Oh my god. Damn, we just lost all our mass migrations because we don't have that much market access. And GB still doesn't want to give me market access. Hello? So I'm going to declare to annex Tibet here. I think I'll transfer Tibet actually. So we're going to take 6 states and transfer Tibet in this war. Alright, I can peace out with China. So we're looking a little bit thicker, a little bit juicier. They really got to remove this feature where units just enter your armies. It's really annoying. Especially when they're the same unit type. Like, I have to scroll all the way down. Very annoying. Every single time I conquer any land, I have to do this. Alright, well, I'm just gonna make Persia a protectorate here. Russia's gonna side against us, but we could just call in Germany, so we're kind of chilling. Although I don't really think we will. Yep, Russia sided against us. We're gonna take 3 states from Russia, liberate their subject, liberate a country, and get Persian protectorate. Oh my god. Every single time I want to right click on this button. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm just gonna go for laissez-faire here, and the only reason for that is because of the loan interest rate reduction. It will be more annoying to establish companies, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. And during this war, I'm just gonna eat these 3 countries. Alright, and we can peace out with Russia. There we go. Nice, we got laissez-faire, so we should be losing a little bit less in interest payments. I think I'm just gonna leave the British power block. It is pretty nice to be in, but I have like 65% market access everywhere, which, you know, isn't really that good for my economy or for migration. They don't want to grant me market control, so I guess I'll just leave. There we go, we annexed all 3 countries. Oh my god, the Indian uprising. East India's free? Hindustan? Oh my god. And they're just straight up independent, okay. Please say that they just break apart into a million different pieces, please. And I'm just going to form a military treaty power block here. And we're going to select aggressive coordination 1 for the reduced maneuver cost. Alright, I'm just going to declare on Oman. I'm just going to take the states that are nearby to me, because I don't really want all these treaty ports in my country. There we go, we got another company slot. So I'm going to establish the munitions company, purely for just this military goods cost. Alright, we can peace out with Oman here. Alright, just cleaned up the borders a little bit, although this kind of looks horrible right now. Alright guys, it doesn't really seem like Hindustan's gonna break apart, which is kind of tragic, because it means it's gonna require so many wars to conquer them. Guys, going high infamy outside of Europe is just an absolute pain, oh my god. And I don't have the economy to build up to like 2,000 battalions to actually be able to defeat everyone. So I guess I'll just have to clean up my borders, low infamy, and do things like that, because I can't really do high infamy this game. If I played to like 1960, I could get the borders I want, but I'm not gonna do that, guys. Oh my god, and these guys are insignificant powers instead of unrecognized powers, oh my god. We're getting a lot of mass migrations though, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'm even gonna get chemical warfare before 1936, guys. Yeah, if we got chemical weapons, maybe 1920 we'd have a chance of actually getting some decent borders, but because I don't even have the tech advantage, I also don't really have the army strength advantage, the power projection. If it's only GB and Germany fighting against me, they'd have 90k army projection, and I only have 45,000 army projection. So without chemical weapons advantage, there's just no chance. Maybe if I built up to like 4,000 army and I just kind of prepared for going into default, but then my economy would fall, and then like I'm pretty sure default gives a worse army strength modifier now compared to previous patches, so I remember in one of my old videos, I said, like, you can go high infamy as any country in the game. That's no longer the case, at least in my opinion. Maybe if, like, you're really good at the game, you can do it as any country, but I definitely can't. Just for Russia alone, it would take me 24.6 years roughly, assuming 20 infamy per state, to get the borders I want. And that's ignoring this country, that's ignoring this country, that's ignoring Persia and this country here, and ignoring this country, and ignoring China and India. Like, it's not possible. It's not possible low infamy wise. But on like a real note, I think that is beneficial for the game. I don't think any single country should be able to just go high infamy and conquer the world very easily. And maybe kind of like realism. Kind of just gameplay balance, so I'm not opposed to the change from previous patches. It's just annoying for me when I want to go high infamy as certain countries, but you know, I'm not opposed to it. I think it's a good change. Alright, my truce with Persia is over, so I'm just going to grant them a few states to reduce their autonomy. And then I'll reduce autonomy, there we go. And now this dude, I'll just grant all of Persia's states. There we go, I granted all of the Persian states I could grant to them. And now I'm just going to try and annex them. It's only going to be 7.8 infamy. There we go, we annexed this country. Yeah, I'm just going to annex Tibet here. Oh my god, I have a truce for 4 years with Persia, what the I'm not going to wait 4 years in game, guys. I'm just not. So after I conquer this country, I will probably just stop there, because I already wasn't really feeling this run that much, just because of the difficulty, just because I changed tags, because of a bunch of small different things that were super annoying. But overall, it was pretty fun. I'm not feeling it right now. So after I annex this country, it's going to be the end. Because there's no way I'm just going to wait 4 years just to annex Persia. There's no shot. And they just backed down, so we just full annexed them. And this should be the run, guys. The borders are not the best, but they are decently clean, so can't really complain there. Persia is kind of annoying, and I kind of wanted to bridge this gap and take this country and Transcaucasia and kind of own this as well. But it's going to be way too much effort for what it's worth. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and have a good day, guys.